going, boys? What's up, Justin Kennedy? What's up, Ali? Took you long enough. What are you talking about? It has been 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. Relax. I gotta update the Discord. I gotta do a line. It's been alright. It takes time to get ready. You don't just click live and instantly are ready for live. Okay? It takes moments. Mere moments. So give me a break. How are you, Ali? How are you, Alex? Good to see you. What happened to your membership, Justin Kennedy? It's gone. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream, will you? How are you, Jim? You're looking mighty jolly today, Jim. If I do say so myself, Jimathan. You're looking very jolly. Would you rather be Laura Sanko's bottom half while the top half being Chase Hooper, or bang Verna Jandiroba? So on the top half of my body, I'm Chase Hooper, but on the bottom half of my body, I'm Laura Sanko. I'd rather sleep with Verna Jandiroba. That would be way more enjoyable than being some sort of flat-chested hermaphrodite. What is up, Paul? Good to see you, man. My autism brain needs attention every 30 seconds. I don't know. Scroll on your phone while I get ready to be live. You know I'm going to be live within a few seconds of the intro song playing. It's going to be a minute, 2 minutes. I don't know, scroll. Jerk off. Entertain yourself for a couple of minutes. How are you, Jim? Good to see you. I'm just screwing around, dude. You are choosing which one to bang. Oh, which one do I bang? Someone with... Oh, then you go Laura Sanko bottom half. That's easy, because then you could just bend it over. Yeah, that's easy, Matthew. That one is easy. Thank you, Ali, for re-upping your membership. I appreciate you, mate. You're a legend. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Oh, what are we doing? Vietnamese? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. What's good, dude? I'm a welder again. I've had 6 months from the trade, and now I'm starting my own business. Well done, Bilal. Honestly, well done, dude. Well done. You're starting your own business? That's great, man. That is great. Yeah, well done, brother. I'm very, very proud of you, man. Good work, dude. Well done. Shout out to Bilal. I'm now forever a member because I paid for it. Well, good, Ali. I'm happy that you paid for it. It's good membership content. You know, meme videos. I have to do another IRL stream. We might do a beach stream this Arvo. What do we think about that? The rain has finally stopped in Melbourne. What's up, Bruce? How are you, man? I did not tell you to start the stream yet, Dougie. I start the stream when I want to start the stream. I yearn for the tools. Get on the tools, mate. Back on the tools. I'd rather bang Chase Hooper than Verna Jandiroba. Disgusting. I already did all 3 of those things in the last 30 seconds. Wow. Well, masturbate again. Masturbate again, then. Came in here to get rid of my Gooner thoughts, and I opened the chat to bending over Laura Sanko. Well, you know, Ricky, it's an MMA stream. You know, we're going to talk about women. Makes sense in a way, doesn't it? The videos of Lesnar roughhousing Dana White, but Dana was chill with Lesnar. Yeah, but Lesnar always played ball with the UFC. Kamaru Usman, not Kamaru Usman. The other one. The other one of the 3 kings. Israel Adesanya. Oh, they all look the same. Francis Ngannou didn't play ball with the UFC. So, you know, Dana doesn't mind a bit of roughhousing as long as he can make money off you. $10 on my pump, 5, please. Dude, Weston, that was so funny, man. That was so good, dude, where he just puts his mouth underneath it and lets it roll. I loved that, mate. Just applied for an MMA gym today. Going to go through an interview process. You have to get interviewed to train at an MMA gym. How harsh is this gym that you're training at? How serious is it, gym? Oh my God. Beach stream, brother. We might go down for a beer at the beach after the stream, after the hour. There you go. Bro, how do I go back to being username 123? YouTubers doxing me? I don't know. Matthew Wisely, your full name, born in 2089 in the future. I don't know. Beach streams are goated. Beach streams are goated. How are you, Joe Swanson? Good to see you, mate. Dana was also essayed by Tito Ortiz. I don't think he was essayed by Tito Ortiz. Did you see the video where Tito forcefully kissed Dana? I didn't. Wait. I have seen that. It's in an arena, but the arena is like half empty. And Tito goes and puts one on Dana, and Dana pisses himself laughing at the end. Does a big awkward, bah! I have seen that one actually, Joe. There you go. Yes, Matt Wisely, we know where you live now, mate. Ngannou doesn't have the greatest of impulse control, it seems. No. Yeah, so, as we all saw, you saw it too, or yesterday? You saw it? Yeah, I saw it recently, but it wasn't yesterday. But yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, as we know, guys, that's the wrong one. That's from today's video. How did you guys enjoy today's video, by the way? What did you think about my little world map? Either way, not what we were talking about. What? What is fucking... Why doesn't anything ever work on the lives? No, that's not it. Yes, there we go. Francis! Francis, Ariel Hawani. Oh my lord, what did we think? Did you see it, chat? Did you see it? Did we talk about it? We haven't talked about it. Did you guys get a chance to see this? Francis Ngannou on Ariel Hawani. Being a cheeky, cheeky bugger he was. Cheeky, cheeky bugger. Let me go back and read some chats and then maybe we'll play this together. And the chat is a little thick for you guys. There it is. Good, 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 good. Right, where am I up to? Ngannou doesn't have the greatest impulse control. None of them do. Paddy probably rates Gaethje, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, we're going with Paddy Pimblett. We are going with Paddy Pimblett, Ali. And you and I are some of the best pickers in here, Ali. So that's pretty much gospel, that is. They have the UFC UK. They have the UKFC World Champion as the assistant coach and another dude as the coach, who is a jiu-jitsu champion, I believe. It's called Predators MMA. Right, Jim. Have you ever done any MMA? Like, you're going straight. You're not exactly going to your local gym. You're going right to a proper MMA gym, mate. Maybe, you know how Guru is going to a sort of MMA gym where no one even recognizes that he is the MMA guru. Like, if you've never trained before, maybe there's levels to gyms that you want to be in. It's been very lonely ever since I graduated from Andrew Tate's Hustlers University and began berating women. How's that going, Matthew? Have you made any money yet? I hear they all make at least 150k a year just off doing small crypto trades. How's it going, Matthew? Still nothing on any social media ban yet. I don't know what the Australian government's doing, just as a little aside. Before we talk MMA, we'll talk pound for pound list, we'll talk Francis Ngannou, we will talk MMA. But Bilal has brought it up, and it is day 2 of something that Australians have been not looking forward to, of something that Australians have been feeling the weight of for about 6 months now. December 10th is the government-imposed social media ban. You will need to prove that you are over 16 years of age to use social media. We are now 48 hours into the government-approved social media ban. Nothing's changed. I haven't seen shit anywhere. I haven't seen anything anywhere. No one's asked me for my ideal line. It's the Australian government, so I'm sure they've screwed it up, but I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's the Australian government. They've screwed it up. Anyway, Bilal, no, I've not seen anything either, mate. Not seen anything either. Can't believe you called me a slack-jawed, mouth-breathing retard picking yarn by decision. I don't think I ever called you that, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't have. I absolutely would have called you that if you had picked yarn by decision, because yarn by decision is an insane pick. Well done, Portuguese Herzog. You're one of the believers. Absolutely one of the believers. I'm proud of you, mate. End it right there. Never will. Big Bruce will be the best picker by the end of the year. We'll find out. There's a week to go. Everyone's sweating their picks this week. How are you, Cheddarhead? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're good, dude. Pat Barry's MMA gym. I need to interview you. Do you talk to the police ever? How are you with talking to the police? How old are you? Are you over 18? I'm not interested. Nah, mate. Been too occupied to give a hoot about UFC, but I wish I had more time for it. Honestly, it hasn't been great lately, Weston. I mean, this last card was the best card of all time, but apart from that, it's been a bit of a downer. What's up, Johnny? How are you, man? Guru Special Burger King Jim. I do know you hate the MMA Guru, Johnny, and yet you're always in his live streams, I see. Did you see Volk was sparring with Ruffy? I did see that. He looked good, old Volk. Trained some rinky-dink MMA gym in central Pennsylvania. There you go. I did karate and boxing as a kid and a teen. There's literally nothing else near me, and I've been to so many random street fights, it's ridiculous. Oh, right, so you need it. You need the MMA gym. Yeah, fair enough, Big Jim. Fair enough, dude. You doxed yourself? That's alright. I dox myself all the time. Sean Brady versus Arman. Thoughts? I'd like to see Arman take this in the meantime. Sean Brady, the 170er against Arman. So Sean Brady does eventually move down to 155. I think Sean Brady gets his ass whooped at 155. He doesn't have the chin at 170. I don't think cutting another 15 pounds and going up against a bunch of power punches, the weight class below him or faster, is going to help anything. Deshaun? Good to see you, Deshaun. I hope that you're good, dude. Oh, well, with that band, bye-bye Cheddarhead. Yeah, I know. It's going to be hard to find him now. Yep. And Ngannou looks worse every day. He's only getting older too. The elite UFC, he left the UFC at his peak, and he basically robbed the PFL. Yeah, he does. And every interview that he does, it kind of makes Dana White seem like Dana wasn't lying to us this time. Which is very crazy because Dana White spends most of his time lying to us. But this interview with Ariel Helwani, where Ariel's like, did you hit him? Did you assault him? Did you attack him, Francis? Francis is just like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I want to fight on the White House card, though. Ali Williams is Shane Gillis confirmed. I knew Shane was in here stealing my jokes. You'll see me get KO'd in the UFC one day. You'll also see me get KO'd at the UFC one day. Curb stomped by Team Dagestan. It's so good so far. I've had to recruit 3 people under me, and if they each also recruit 3 people, we're making serious money. Think of it as an inverted upside down triangle. Sounds awesome, Matthew. I might need to get in on that. I reckon I could convert 3 people to join in underneath me. This sounds like a good plan, Matthews. No one's ever thought of a business plan like this. We'll have to ask Patrick Ben David how business plans like this work. Turns out no social media company believes the Australian government could ever get $1 out of them. Yeah, it looks like every social media company just sort of laughed at the Australian government. And I love it, Don Calamari. Doxy's Corner. I haven't doxed anyone. Volk style is literally meant to beat tall opponents. I mean, it makes sense. Volk is usually the shortest guy in the room unless he's in there with Henry Cejudo. Do I risk it all and go to the Mexican food truck parked outside my apartment, Cheddarhead? You ask whether or not you go to the Mexican food truck parked in front of your apartment, but you know you're already in the elevator on the way down, messaging this with one hand on your phone as you get in what I like to call a pre-fast food snack, eating some Doritos in line before you order yourself the world's biggest burrito, and I love you for it, Cheddarhead. Armin should have fought BSD or Fiziev. No one is left unless Sean moves down. Who else is there? Gamrot, Moicano, and Torres. Armin should have fought BSD or Fiziev. There's no one left unless Sean moves down. Who else is there? Oh, Joe, you're thinking of it like the UFC wants Armin to compete. Yeah, you're not wrong, but the UFC is trying to bench Armin Sarukian because they hate him. So yeah, it's not about, oh, there's no one for Armin to fight. It's that the UFC are keeping people away from Armin. Brady is an idiot to think he can make 155. I think he could make 155, but I don't think he'll be able to keep his chin if he did. I reckon they'll go into the gym. It's just up to me keeping my motivation to a 10. That's always been my downfall. Honestly, that's what it is with most things in life that you want to do. Are you simply motivated enough to keep wanting to do it? I get it. 3 non-skippable ads back to back. Justin Kennedy, I'm going to be a full-time streamer, even if I have to turn the ads all the way up to 100%. What's up, you random user alphabet? What's the over-under on the amount of back shots that Dana can take from Ngannou? Dana's a pretty old bloke, you know, and he's had testosterone inserted into him as well. So I think Dana White could go, like, he could withstand about an hour and a half of a solid sand mining. Justin Kennedy, thank you so much for re-upping your membership, dude. Appreciate that, man. Once you leave high school and college, you'll be hard-pressed to find elite wrestling-only gyms if you aren't training at the Olympics. I want to wrestle with Hamzat, but I'm broker than the Joker. Yeah, you're never wrestling with Hamzat Chimaev. Although, if you want elite wrestling, here is what I suggest you do. Go down to your local truckers bar late at night and just wave around a bag of cocaine. Wave around a bag of cocaine and then shove that bag of cocaine deep into your pants, right into the front of your underwear, and watch all those hungry truckers come at you, and you'll be wrestling them off for hours. Francis was too out of shape to fight Jake Paul. What a bum. Apparently he was very in shape for this interview, and Jake Paul's fight is in a couple of weeks, so I don't think that's true at all, MMA Johnny. Dougie's going to be Dennis Maxing at UFC 400. Damn right, mate. Oh, am I going to sue them for so much money? This is my ultimate retirement plan. Uncle Dana was telling the truth. Dougie was wrong again. I never denied that Dana was telling the truth. I never denied that Dana was telling. In fact, I said, wait, no, I never denied it. How are you, install driver? I am a little bit early. We're finally breaking the back of the Christmas season. I met Mick Parkin today, slapped his arts up. Thoughts on Mick Parkin? It's the first time I've thought of Mick Parkin today, Crisp. How are you, man? It's good to see you, Crisp. Have you liked the stream? Have you liked the stream, Crisp? Like the stream, Crisp. How are you going to be knocked out of the UFC when you've been chin checked by an Islander? I can't be knocked out. I have been chin checked by an Islander, and I withstood it better MMA. Do it, Cheddarhead. Do it, Cheddarhead. I'm scared Volk is going to get locked out by Lopez. Nah, mate. We're not even retiring, mate. We're too bloody quick for him, mate. We're going to be in the UFC forever, mate. It's going to be all fine. Freakishly accurate, Dougie. Freakishly. I know you very well, Cheddarhead. What's up, Unknown Edits? How are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Make sure you like the stream, dude. Dougie has a big butt. It's true. I'm going to make myself some burgers for breakfast. That's how fucked my sleep pattern is at the minute. Nothing wrong with a breakfast burger. Nothing. You know a good breakfast burger? Those low-calorie buns. Yes, they have those, Cheddarhead. Low-calorie buns, eggs, bacon, relish. Oh, mate. Just that. Excellent. Excellent. Maybe some chopped up sausage. Oof. What's up, Dark Light? How are you, man? Good to see you. Dark Light Delirium. Cheddarhead is scared they're going to offer to clean his windshield. Ha, Cheddarhead doesn't have a car. Brady would get lighter man skilled on if he goes to 155. Yeah, Sean Brady gets his head fucking kicked in at 155. Head kicked in. Do you think they'll give Armin the title shot like 6 weeks out so he doesn't have a full camp to prepare? That's classic UFC rigging without the rigging. It will be something like that. They'll keep him on the sidelines until they need a short notice step in, and then they'll go, Armin, are you ready? And he'll just have to take it. What's up, Justin Kennedy? Good to see you, man. How are you, dude? That's true crotch sniffer training. I know. This is how you do it. Best of the best. Go to a synagogue, wave around $1. You'll get plenty of wrestling in. Unfortunately, simply kudos. We don't touch the goyim. Where is the Santa hat on the corner of the sign? That's true. I should get a Santa hat for it. Like the stream! Dogs, like it! Like the stream. How many likes has the stream got? Let's have a look. How many likes has the stream got? Why has YouTube chained everything? Where are the likes on the stream on the back end? YouTube's changed the back end. Stream health, shopping, current views. It doesn't have the likes on my end anymore. That's stupid. They've changed the back end of YouTube. It used to have the chat rate, current viewers, and then that had likes, and they've gotten rid of the likes. Huh, whatever, doesn't matter. I assume you guys are liking the stream. I guess likes aren't that important anymore. Oh my god, what happened? Where am I up to? Where am I up to? There I am. Francis didn't want the money for a short notice fight out of shape. AJ took the bag. Yeah, I don't understand why Francis didn't. And Francis also contradicted himself massively on the Ariel Hawani interview. Like he said, they were ready to offer me a lot of money. And Ariel goes, how much are we talking? Let's talk dollar figures. And then Francis immediately goes, they didn't offer me any money. Hey. Okay. Sure, Dougie, just like you always believed Tom and never doubted him. I never doubted Tom Aspinall. You'll never find any video evidence of me doubting Tom Aspinall because I did it on a beach stream and I deleted that stream. Francis is a closet bad guy. That pussy is shit. I don't know what about that pussy you're talking about, but yes, Francis is a closet bad dude. That is true. Dougie, just saying hi. Not been very involved with the chat lately, but I'm always here. Well, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it. Don't worry, Kyle. I know how it is. I'm a big lurker of streams myself. I'm in there listening, but not really typing. And before I started getting involved on YouTube, I was an avid just ghost watcher. I wouldn't even like something. I wouldn't even comment on a video that I enjoyed. So I get it, Kyle. You're all good, man. Dougie, what about Bundaberg rum and eggnog? Now, that is a Christmas drink that'll make you beat your wife. I like it, random user. Mate, I've got nothing. It's going to be pure meat and buns plus a bit of sweaty Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Meat and a bun and a bit of barbecue sauce. On God, that will do, mate. Cheddarhead, use pickled jalapenos. There we go. Michael Pereira, if you can't beat Zachary Reese, especially in under 2 minutes, just retire, little bro. I don't know what else to think about this fight. Oh, right. Mihail Pereira's brother. Yes. Fighting Zach Reese. Yes. Zach Reese, the Logan Paul lookalike. I'm with you. And I agree with you as well. Liked. Thank you, Jim. Chance UFC pulls some bullshit and make Sugar versus Yarn before the Marab rematch. Honestly, Kyle, 60%. In fact, 70%. I think they are going to force Marab to take a break. They're going to say Merab is just resting. Merab needs to heal. Merab is going to be like, but I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go. Nope. They're going to force Merab to take a break. Don't let YouTube mess with your back end. Tell me about it, badge. How are you, Nacho? Disliked for swearing. I never swear, mate. How are you, Nacho? Good to see you, man. 20 likes, 22 viewers. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. That's a good ratio. I like 22 likes, 20 likes, 22 viewers. Bobby Green fight week. Bobby Green's fighting this week. I don't know if we're going to give the entire fight week to Bobby Green. Careful, Dougie. If your channel grows too fast, you'll get banned by YouTube AI because it's suspicious. I don't think I'm in trouble of growing too fast, BBC Junior. Giuliano Argente got 120,000 subscribers in a year. I've barely gotten 3,000 in 2 years. So I think I might be able to slip underneath the YouTube AI, brother. 18 likes, 26 people. We can do better. We can be better. 21 likes. All right, thank you, guys. One extra important big like from the billionaire Bruce Wayne himself. You know, Bruce Wayne, you've got a bat symbol in your profile picture. You're kind of giving the game away. What's up, M Operator? Good to see you, dude. YouTube, the GOAT, making changes that a grand total of 0 people asked for. You gotta love YouTube. It's the biggest platform in the world. Let's fuck with it. Everyone's happy with how it works. Let's fuck with YouTube. Thank you, Jim. That's 100% ratio. We love that. Also, don't let anyone reload your videos because YouTube AI could take down your video and terminate your channel. Re-upload my video. No one's doing that. But thank you, Junior. I appreciate it. Somehow 24 likes and 22 views. Thank you, Jim. Buns are gay. Buns are delicious. You had me at meat and buns. Darklight knows what's up. Hearing 30-year-old man say on God made me die a little bit inside. I know better, MMA. On God and you know, when people say that's a bad thing, I fucking hate it so much. Merab should retire. Not gonna lie, bro needs to fuck off. I like Merab. I'm okay with Merab. Good brother can't stay for long, unfortunately. Did you listen to Tatsuro and Ariel? He's happy, thank you! I didn't listen to Tatsuro and Ariel. Giuliano bot views. You need to bot view to make it big. I don't want to bot view. Bot viewing is not good for your channel. However, I have started using some of the money that you guys donate to the channel to promote some shorts using the YouTube's own promotion program, but not bot farming. Just help the channel grow and get the views out there. What's up, Super Shotgun? Good to see you, mate. Have you seen the new Ngannou Ariel interview? I have, Super Shotgun. It is atrocious. Atrocious. Francis is an idiot if he thinks he's getting on the White House card against John Jones. And why didn't he just say, no, I didn't hit Dana White? That's ridiculous. A1 plus half a pound of beef plus sourdough toast with a raw onion. That sounds like testosterone in a sandwich, Johnny. This man screaming has reached new levels. This man scamming has reached... Oh, I know, Super Shotgun. It's embarrassing, man. Sesame seed buns or brioche buns? Can we get a poll? Of course. But then we are going to get to MMA. This is the last bun talk. We're getting back to MMA. How do you spell sesame? That's a hard word to spell, right? That's a hard word to spell as sesame. S-E-S, yeah. Same. S-S, it's C, and then the word same. That's a hard word to spell. I'd rather spell brioche. See, brioche, at least, that comes with a proper European phoneticism. Where sesame, that's some weird-ass shit right there. All right, then we're going to get back to MMA. I demand we get back to MMA. We're going to get back to MMA. We're going to talk about the fighter of the year. Okay? This is one poll to end all polls. We're going to finish off with this poll, and then we're going to get to MMA. YouTube is pay to win. YouTube is pay to win. What was I up to? When someone says instead of ass, I immediately assume castration. Yeah, I hate it. I hate Gen Z talk. I like how based Gen Zs are. They're doing a great job. Much better than any generation before them. But their language is insane. Even Luke Thomas had to come to reality and admit he is a piece of shit, a liar, and a scammer. I saw that on Twitter as well. Even Luke Thomas has admitted Francis Ngannou is a horrible human being. I don't know what you're talking about. What an absolute train work. What a train work. Sesame Seed Jim, what are we doing here? There you go. I'm just a fan of Batman, just like Sharma is a fan of Alex Gawitan Pereira. That's all it is. It'd be nice to meet Batman, though. It would be nice for you to meet Batman. Well. Look who came crawling back, begging to get into the UFC. Francis Ngannou and let's see how much Jon Jones talks about fighting Francis Ngannou now. All the people that were like, no, Jon Jones didn't duck Francis Ngannou. Jon Jones never ducked Francis Ngannou. It was just the contract negotiations that were a little bit slow. Well, Jon Jones is ready to go. Francis Ngannou is going to be a free agent before the UFC White House card. Let's see. I would assume that Francis Ngannou is going to be a free agent about February because he signed with the PFL about February, and apparently his contract is expiring. He doesn't even need to fight one more time. So, let's just see how much Jon Jones calls out Francis Ngannou now that Francis is a free agent. YouTube is pay to win. Everything is pay to win, mate. Welcome to planet Earth. Where is the crossover line between testosterone and salmonella? There isn't one. There isn't one. The more salmonella you can catch, the higher in testosterone it probably is. Fake nice folk tier list in order. Jon Jones, Yuanion, Jacek, Ngannou, Ian, Marab, Whitaker. Whoa! Whitaker? Whitaker is a nice bloke. Why do you put a Whitaker on there for, Junior? Don't be like the UFC. What have I done? I have no relationship, business, or personal with Batman, just to clarify. Sure, Bruce. Sure. What's that R&D project you're working on? Francis hitting defenseless old man, murking woman on a motorcycle. He has to be the most evil guy in MMA. I honestly was wondering if you were making a Conor McGregor joke. Like, Conor McGregor, Francis Ngannou, and Jon Jones, they're all pretty fucking evil, right? Dude is literally like a fake politician, the way he refuses to answer simple yes or no questions, always dodging. Yeah, Francis cannot just say yes or no. Everything has to be well, you know, we see, you never know. You'll never know. What kind of bun? Sesame wins. Barely, though. I'm going to say I never gave you guys my take. I'm a toasted brioche. I'm a toasted brioche bun kind of a guy. I enjoy a toasted brioche bun, I'm not going to lie. I'm a toasted brioche bun kind of a guy. It's true. It's true. You say Sean won't have a chin at 155 like he has a chin at 170. Well, that's why I mean, like, he doesn't have a chin at 170. Imagine what's going to happen when he goes down to 155, Bruce. Imagine what's going to happen. Brioche is the best type of bread. It is. It's insane. No sourdough. No sourdough. No. Enough bread talk. Enough bread talk. We're sticking to MMA. Can you do an impression of Evil Dougie meeting Batman? You want to know how I got these scars? Do you think Ricky Simon will be able to scratch his way back to a rank, finally get that rematch with Marab? Or is Ricky stuck in the prelims? Ricky is a prelims Apex fighter. Not even an Apex fighter, because he does have exciting knockouts. Yeah, no, Ricky is a prelims fighter. I think Ricky is now 33, 34. So he's done. There's no career rebuild there. No. How much cocaine today? Darklight. No cocaine today. This is what happens when I get a good amount of sleep, I don't have a cold, and I'm finally at the end of the work run. This is just how I usually am when I've got some energy left in my body and I'm not clawing my way through a 1 hour live stream. I'm also voting Sesame, but I can see the boys here have a burnt sesame bun, which makes it like popcorn. That is pretty good. They will rename the White House PC and all that. They will rename the White House PC political. Well, I don't understand the joke badge. All that for one fucking fight. All of that nonsense from the PFL. They had to open up PFL Africa. A whole new fucking league in Africa, which Francis couldn't even be bothered to go to, just to get him to fight Renan Ferreira once. What a scam. Dana White was right. Black people fell off in combat sports, not gonna lie. Oh my god, yes. Did you guys see the map on today's video that I did? Did you guys notice all the prospects and champions from Africa? Did you guys notice the big hole in the map from today's video? Very unfortunate. Unfortunate placement. All the prospect, all the big hole in the map from today's video. Not good. Not good at all. Oceania is the fucking king of MMA right now. We are killing it, is Oceania. Where am I up to with the chat? They're for real doing Usman versus Makhachev. They're absolutely going to do Usman versus Makhachev Jr. Absolutely, they are. Whitaker is a nice guy, but he's got that mean Mario look when he steps into the octagon. Yeah, but he's not a fake nice guy. Like, I think he just genuinely is a nice guy that turns it on when it's cage fighting time. How are you, Eric? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well today, Eric. You can do an impression of Joshua Van accidentally flying his spaceship into the Death Star. Can you do an impression of Joshua Van accidentally flying his spaceship? Oh no, that ain't no tractor beam. How we going to get out of this one, Luke? Chewie going to hit the reverse. Did you see the obese ogre, MMA Joey, spazzing out over Twitter defending the scammer? It's what MMA Joey does. He's a loser. He's a fat piece of shit. Explain the poll. Jim is making a burger right now, Eric, and we need to know whether or not he wants to use a sesame seed bun or a brioche bun. This is Democracy Manifest. Dougie, I have a new funny news about the World Cup. There is a game in the Settle and Pride Day, and they have a big Pride parade calling it the Pride Match. You know the match? Iran versus Egypt is the Pride Match. You know that actually is funny, Super Shotgun. God, that is funny. Name one black champion in combat sports not named Terrence Crawford. I know, Ali. I know. They're not having the best time at the moment. But that's all right. They'll be back. They'll be back, you know. They'll be back. I'm sure they will. Croissants forever. A croissant with ham and cheese. Goated. Egypt and Iran FA are already losing their shit and protesting. The gays in Seattle are not happy. It's amazing. Honestly, that is amazing. That is fucking hilarious. Just ditch all pride shit everywhere. If you want to be gay, just be gay in quiet in your house. Ditch all corporate pride shit. There we go. That's another shadow banning. How does Sean Strickland beat Fluffy? Jab, tape, jab, tape, jab, tape, hooks in, sprawl, jab, tape, hooks in, sprawl, turn off the fence, tape, 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 jab, 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 hooks down, sprawl, turn off the fence, elbow, jab, jab, tape, 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 jab, 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 tape, tape, tape. Let's make Marab fight Mario Batista. No, Marab should fight for the title next. Let's talk meat. What are you seasoning it with? For me, it's just salt, pepper, and cayenne. Yeah, meat is literally just salt and pepper. That's all you need. Maybe some butter on a steak. Francis almost working for Dana to destroy the PFL. There's a theory, a dark theory, that Dana White sent Francis Ngannou to the PFL as a virus to destroy it. Paprika with chicken. Paprika with chicken is good. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. I agree with you, by the way. No way Sean Brady's chin can handle Gaethje's power. Honestly, name anyone at lightweight that Sean Brady could be able to take a punch from. Grant Dawson and Benil Dariush. That's about it. Can you do an impression of Drickus showing up to PFL Africa? What's going on, my African brothers? What do you mean I'm not allowed in? But I'm the first and only African champion. Come on, what do you mean? They're not completely different. Just because I'm black and you're white. Just because I'm white and you're black. We're still African. It's not completely different. It's ridiculous. If Sean Strickland gets the win, he is 100% skipping in front of him. 100%. 100%. Everyone of... Okay, Don Calamari. Francis has the worst case. All right, Kyle. No real good Middle Eastern fighters either, except for Bilal. Yeah, there are no Middle Eastern fighters. This is true. Can't believe an interviewer asked if more UFC fighters will be on movies and other promotions and Dana will let fighters earn more money. Yeah, obviously he's not going to let them earn more money, but he will force them to do more marketing. It's in their contracts. Phone broke. Sex bun. Oh, sex bun. You want a sex bun, Eric, huh? Okay. Tasty. Can you do an impression of Joshua Van pushing Zesty Dougie so hard it turns him straight? Pushing him so hard. Get out the way, motherfucker, you small little bastard. Hey, that's not very nice. I didn't like that. No, you know what? I don't ever want to be touched by a man again. Francis collecting MMA welfare checks from the PFL and still complaining they don't help him enough. Well, okay, James. Islam is straight up pulling a coward John Jones move, calling for wash number 8 right rather than real contenders. Yeah, I noticed that. Wait, who is this? Islam. There's an interview going around of Islam Makhachev talking about how ridiculous it is that Arman Sarukian isn't getting a title shot. In that same interview, he says none of the contenders at welterweight are a challenge for him except for Kamaru Usman. I'm a Dagestani fan. Arman Sarukian deserves the title shot at lightweight. Kamaru Usman's the only one that can beat Islam, though. We gotta give it to Kamaru Usman. I'm a Dagestani. Fucking idiots. Bro, there is going to be a bunch of Egypt and Iranians going to the match and we'll be surrounded by men in goop suits. I can't wait for the shit show. There's going to be bashings. Indians might as well give up in combat sports. Never going to have a champ, let alone win a fight. Yeah, India shouldn't be talking about championships. They should be talking about a single male combat sport win. Always butter on steak. Butter on steak is amazing. Dariush left overhand could probably trot Brady. It probably could, dude. Jab, jab, tape, jab, tape, jab, tape. It's going to be a war, you guys. It's gonna be a war. Oh, Eric, I'm sorry to hear about your phone, dude. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear about your phone, brother. That sucks when a phone breaks. Ngannou just lost all of his marketing appeal. Unfortunately, Nathan Fleming, great books, by the way. James Bond all the way. Keep him British. Unfortunately, Mr. Fleming, Francis Ngannou will never lose his marketing appeal. And I'll tell you why, mate. Funnily enough, I've got a funny little chart. You see that big hole in the middle with no combat sports talent? It starts with an A. They will all get behind Francis Ngannou, no matter how horrible he is. Just the same way they all get behind John Jones. So, you know, Francis will always have marketing. Always have marketing. A good chance that Ngannou is the Trojan horse to destroy the PFL. Could be a long-term plan, years in advance by the UFC. It's truly genius planning. I mean, if it is, it's one of the best corporate moves ever. Did you see Cap's actual boob? I haven't seen Manel Cap's tit this week. I've been looking for it, funnily enough. I saw the media day photos, but Manel Cap was standing like this, covering his tits. Was there anything else worthwhile in the aerial interview? Not really. Not really. Islam calling for Marty is pathetic. He needs to be called out for this. I agree. Guess what tomorrow's video is going to be? Laughing at Islam Makhachev, boys. Impression of Zesty Dougie in Seattle during Pride. During the Iran versus Egypt document. Stop it. Stop it. We're all human. We all have rights. Stop it. Stop it. I thought you leftists voted for this. Remember how much shit Bisping got for fighting Hendo? Bring that same energy, bitches. Well, it's not just that. I mean, the energy that John Jones got for fighting Stipe. Like, we see this all the time. The energy that his fan base were giving Leon Edwards for fighting Colby Covington instead of Bilal Muhammad. All the Muslim fans were screaming at Leon Edwards for fighting Colby Covington. And now they all want Morales ignored, Prates ignored, Ian Gary ignored. They want them all ignored so that Islam Makhachev can fight Kamaru Usman instead. Everyone's values and everyone's shit talking always flips. Always flips, just dependent on whether or not you're a fan of the fighter. If you're a fan of the fighter, it flips upside down. Give him Kamaru Usman, it's good for his legacy. Fuck Leon Edwards for fighting Colby Covington. He should have been fighting Bilal Muhammad. It always flips. Always flips. You can go and watch MMA Joey videos on MMA Joey talking shit about Chris Weidman and his eye pokes, MMA Joey talking shit about Manel Cap and his eye pokes, and MMA Joey talking shit about Tom Aspinall for getting eye poked. Everyone always flips the second one of their favorites is in their position that they were in. I think the UFC wants to get rid of stubborn Jan Blachowicz, but they can't. He's probably going to be ranked light heavyweight until he's 50. Yeah, but you know, they kind of don't mind old, grainy, grizzly fighters like that. Your Jan Blachowitzes, your Neil Magny's, your Charles Johnsons or Chris Johnsons. I can never get the name right. Because it's a great test for young up-and-comers. Like, a promotion needs a grizzled old vet that is a good high watermark for your contenders. Islam is terrified of Morales, and not just because of his striking. Hey, boys. Does Dana hate Tom Aspinall or Arman Sarukian more? Probably Arman Sarukian. At least with Tom Aspinall, who was able to sell the pay-per-view before the eye got poked. The back shot is separate. That's horrible. Jesse on Fire, you should try and collab with Jesse on Fire. No, never going to happen. Will you be watching Jake versus Joshua match to see Jake leave on a stretcher? Yes. Can't wait to see Jake Paul get fucking smirked out. Smirked out? What am I even saying? Yes, I can't wait to see it, mate. Impression of Joshua Van pushing Francis off his stupid scooter and making him go on. Joshua Van, get out the way, big man. Who the one lying on the ground now? I'm so mad I might beat my life. Can I have a meal? A succulent Vietnamese meal? Isn't Izzy Chinese? Izzy's a man of the world. Just because he's black outside, the world is inside. Impression of Drickus getting the new James Bond role for more diversity. Finally, an African man has become a James Bond. Finally, someone from Africa. Ngannou mogged Dana. Looks like it, Dig. It was on Ariel Helwani's interview with him today. Ariel Helwani straight up asked him about it, and Francis just went, if that's what he says, that's what he says, you know. Why doesn't he release the footage if I did it? I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. You ask him about it. Keep Bond British. The best Bonds are Bronson, who is Irish, and Connery, who is Scottish. You know, James Bond is better as Scottish. What does Francis actually have going on right now? With Usyk fighting Wilder, there is literally no one. That's also kind of what popped up in Ariel's interview. Like, Ariel was asking him, who would you like to fight, Francis? And Francis was sort of just sitting there being like, I don't know. There's no one for him to fight. Everyone's in the UFC. Catch up with the chat. I will. Give me a second, Eric. Even if Kamaru is the biggest challenge, it doesn't matter. You prove yourself against the rest of the guys in the division. And if you have a best style matchup, that is great. Even if Kamaru is the biggest challenge, it doesn't matter. You prove yourself against the rest of the guys in the division. And if you happen to be the best style matchup, that's great. Well, yeah, but that's why we pretend to have #1 contenders in this sport that we're doing, right? I hear what you're saying. We all cheer for crazy people. I just don't like to see a promoter wanting to hire him. But, dog, you got a fun channel for sure. Oh, thank you, Mr. Fleming. I appreciate that, dude. Impression of Zesty Dougie milking Kep's man boobs at HGH. Looks out. Not right now, BRB. I got to catch up with everyone in the chat. Can Joshua survive the Joker? Can Joshua survive the Joker? Yeah, I think Joshua might be able to survive Jake Paul, man. Imagine just being a fan of MMA instead of just a fan of a fighter. I know, Install Driver. Insane, isn't it? But unfortunately, that is not how the sport works. You're either a fan of MMA and a fan of a certain region, or just fans of fighters. Would you rather be a passenger if John Jones is driving on coke, or sit behind Francis on his motorcycle? I'd rather sit behind Francis on his motorcycle, because he's just driving over everything, where John Jones is crashing into things and you could die. I'm surprised MMA Joey didn't support Cap. He's Muslim. Yeah, but, you know, he's not the right kind of Muslim, you know. Catch up with the chat. I have caught up with the chat, actually, Eric. There you go. The best James Bond is American. Wrong. Scottish. Francis is the original Nigerian prince from our emails. He might be. He tried to set up him fighting Nenkov, and Ngannou was too slow to realize. Dude, Francis is literally getting offered a millions of dollar contract to fight Jake Paul on Netflix, and he just goes, no. Francis doesn't want to fight. He just wants to free checks. Yeah, by the look of it. Fun fact, Herb Dean has 2 MMA fights. Let's watch Herb Dean 3 MMA fights. Crazy to think he has fights. Herb Dean having 5 MMA fights. What do you owe me, $10? How dare you ask my $20? No, I'm not giving you $30. You owe me $50. All right, cool, man. Francis literally lost the biggest payday of his life talking about Jake Paul. I'm with you, yep. When Ariel asked Francis why he didn't take the Jake Paul fight for easy money, Francis started stuttering. It's so obvious that the reason, because Francis knew deep down he would lose. I don't think Francis would lose to Jake Paul in a boxing fight. It is weird, though. Like, Francis contradicted himself by saying, I don't know how much money they were going to offer me, and they were offering me a lot of money. He said both things in the interview, and even Ariel was like, what are we doing here? What are you talking about? Impression of Dougie calling an Uber and Francis picks him up on his stupid scooter. Yeah, need an Uber, mate, to... Oh, fuck, it's you. Get on the back. I can't. There's children. I live near a beachside suburb. There's kids everywhere. Get on the back. Dude literally just ducked Jake Paul. He did duck Jake Paul. Right, let's talk Fighter of the Year. I think we've described the Ariel Helwani interview enough. Let us talk Fighter of the Year. Let's talk Fighter of the Year. Let's start this debate. Who is the Fighter of the Year for 2025? I also think it could be Josh Van. He is 4-0. He did literally just beat Alexandre Pantoja. He just finished the champion Alexandre Pantoja in 28 seconds. Is Josh Van the Fighter of the Year? Joey is a Muslim. He would die during Ramadan. Oh, that's the only reason he isn't. And also, in the Islamic cultures, the man looks after the woman. The man looks after his wife. Joey could never get a wife. Therefore, he can't be Islamic. Francis might be like a gazillionaire in Africa. That's why he lives there. Not that he would lose, but that he could lose. He didn't want to risk it. Never been taken seriously in combat sports again. He knew it was a real possibility he could lose. Yeah, all right. I can, you know what? Super Shotgun, I can actually side with that. Dougie is a child prodder, really? Okay, Chris, thank you. You think it would be safer on Francis's motorcycle? Yeah, because of the things that he's running over, Bruce. He beat the number one contender and the champion. Yeah, Merab is fighter of the year, hands down. Well, I don't know. Merab lost. Whereas Joshua Van won. Like, is it Merab? I don't know if it is. Joshua Van won his fight. Merab lost his fight. Grape of the year. Stop it, Eric. It's funny as fuck to imagine Francis speaking perfect English behind closed doors. Yeah, he's not confused at all. Imagine, man. Joanna Jacek, she's short off Jamal's advance. Oh, I have a proper theory over what happened there. I think I know exactly what happened there. Would you guys like to hear my theory about Joanna Jacek and Jamal Hill, the truth? You guys need to shut the fuck up while I say it, though, because you guys talk too much. The chat goes too fast. You guys need to shut the fuck up while I tell you my theory of what actually happened. You've got to give it to Josh Van. Even though he lost, Merab definitely is a contender. He's definitely a contender, for sure, man. Definitely a contender. Ilya is definitely fighter of the year. Ilya is absolutely not fighter of the year. No. He fought once. Waldo Ortez Acosta is fighter of the year. Could be Waldo Ortez Acosta, Kyle. You are not wrong, dude. Waldo Ortez Acosta definitely deserves a shout out for fighter of the year. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, he goes in the conversation for fighter of the year. I agree with that. Friends think fighters are just as invested into MMA as much as they are, which reality, most of them are casuals. This is true, Junior. Most of the time, the fighters don't even watch the fights. They do MMA 90% of the time, so it's more than likely they don't focus in their free time. This is very true, Junior. This is very, very true. In fact, I myself have noticed the more involved I come in MMA, the more I really enjoy a Monday or a Tuesday where I don't involve myself in MMA at all. I don't go onto my Dougie's Corner Twitter account, really. I try and stay away from MMA just to decompress it from it a little bit. And fighters have said, a lot of fighters have said, they participate in the sport, but they don't do the sport. Joshua Van, no questions. Joshua Van, no questions. Polish versus BBC. Jamal definitely tapped that shit. Jamal didn't tap that shit. Merab is out. He got schooled. I don't think he is, Cheddarhead. Only 16 people have voted. Interesting. No one really gives a fuck. There's 43 people in here. Apparently. 43 people in here on a flat lay stream. That's really cool. Thank you, guys. Joanna is a fucking spaz, always has been. This is true. She has got those eyes. She wants to be fucked. She wants to be fucked. Give us the theory. All right, I'll give you the theory, but you guys need to end to. All right, you guys, here's the theory, but you guys need to shut the fuck up. Everyone in chat, stop fucking talking, and I'll tell you the theory of what I think happened. Okay, so Jamal Hill goes on his YouTube channel and he shows receipts of how he tried to smash Joanna Jędrzejczyk. He had a go at trying to smash Joanna Jędrzejczyk. If you look at the text that they were sending, it's very clear that Joanna Jędrzejczyk was trying to flirt with him in broken English, and Jamal Hill was too dumb to know what was going on. So when Jamal Hill took his ball and went home from their little date that they had, I think Joanna was being a little bit standoffish, a little bit Eastern European-esque, but, you know, in her own way being playful, and it was more the cultures that weren't really vibing. So when Jamal Hill bounced on the date, when Jamal Hill ditched her, that kind of pissed her off a little bit. Number one, that's what pissed her off. Number two, Jamal Hill also talked about how he told his current girlfriend that he tried to smash Joanna. And his current girlfriend was confused by the story and was saying that he did smash Joanna. So you've got Jamal Hill's current girlfriend out there talking about how he fucked Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And you've got Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who was actually on the date with Jamal Hill and in her eyes got turned down. Now, if you're Joanna Jędrzejczyk, you've been on this date, you've been turned down, and then you're hearing it on the grapevine that you've been fucked by Jamal Hill because Jamal Hill's own girlfriend is the one falsely putting that out there. Obviously, she's going to get on the beers and she's going to get fucking angry about that. And the next time she sees Jamal Hill, she is going to want to fucking tear his head out. Because he's like, you left the date and then you went and told everyone that you fucked me. Fuck you, cunt. And fuck your girlfriend. And then Jamal Hill is like, if you ever touch my girlfriend, I'll chin you, bitch. That's what I think went down. I think she was angry at Jamal Hill for leaving her at the altar or leaving her on the date. And she was even angrier at Jamal Hill for starting these rumors that he had smashed her. And that's why she fucking crashed out at him. Which kind of makes sense. And that's my theory about what happened between Jamal Hill and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You may go back to chatting now. Let me catch up. Is this Jerry Springer now? Yes, MMA is Jerry Springer now. This is the gayest soap opera I've ever seen. This is why I didn't make a video on it, Super Shotgun, but this is just how it's played out in my head. But there's a reason I didn't make a video on the Jamal Hill thing. I agree with you, Super Shotgun. Where am I up to? Easy work for Van. He didn't even break a sweat. Mate, easiest fight of his career. Didn't even break a sweat. All he had to do was tip him over. She's a psychopath and Jamal is innocent. No, actually, not my theory at all. There you go, install driver. Look at the difference in competition. All of Merab fights were title fights. Well, that is the argument, right? Title fights, whereas these two, only one of them were title fights. I agree. Taco Bell is the peak Mexican cuisine. No, it's Guzman y Gomez. My phone broke. I know, Eric, and you're upset about it, and I'm upset for you. They use broken English. They do use broken English. Is this a fucking TMZ channel? I know, Super Shotgun. I hate it. I need a new phone. I'm kind of homeless. You live on a base, Eric. You're absolutely fine. I can't imagine being such a, to care about this stuff. That's the gayest sort of thing I've ever heard. I know, Shotgun. I know. It was JJ's management who said that, not his wife. According to Jamal Hill, it was his own girlfriend who was saying that, Chris. That's what he said in his video. A lot of fighters barely know their own rankings, so I'm not surprised Tracy Cortez doesn't even know who Makhachev was. Most of them don't even know MMA politics. Yeah, they don't care. They just want to know who they're fighting and they worry about the fight that they're having. They don't care about all this ethereal bullshit that we do. Joanna is probably still single because she probably beats the fuck out of them. Probably, Junior. Polish girls are freaky. I've had my share of them. Super weird vibe. Yeah, well, Eastern European girls. They got that fire in them, mate. This is a thing. Joanna looks like bitches be crazy. Could be Dana's next series. Bitches looking for bitches to be crazy on YouTube with Dana White. Joanna ended up fucking Cutman Tate. Probably. Hill should have KO'd Joanna. He needs a win badly. It's the fight we all want to see. Now tell us your theory on 9/11. Ain't no theory, brother. Brush of Zesty Dougie putting on a wig to try and sleep with Jamal. I'm going to get ran through just like Ian Gary wants to be. Jamal Hill's drama is some Love Island level shit. I know, James. This is why I haven't made a video on it. This is how it played out in my head. And AK, I've been thinking about this all day. You have no fucking idea how boring it is staring at a wall for 8 hours a day, Bruce. You be a drywaller and make walls smooth by yourself alone in a white room. It's insufferably boring sometimes, cunt. I watched Bellator yesterday to do tape study for fun. That's what I did yesterday. I watched Bellator. Fuck you, Bruce. Only Dougie could understand Joanna's text. It's true. Hey, Dougie, did you see the 50-year-old broken shoulder yarn beat the new breed, new generation Anthony Smith guy? Talk more about the new generation, Lucas. Well, we do kind of have to give Lucas some credit here, Super Shotgun. You know, Lucas was talking about Piotr Yan being one of the most skilled fighters of all time, and he just went and beat the GOAT Merab at his own game. I think we have to give Lucas Tracy some credit. Which pains me to say, because I've been copping the win over Lucas Tracy all year, but Lucas might have some credit. Eric better start singing the cadence, the main thing. A home, we finally found out. I don't know what you're talking about, it's still driver. In the video, he said it was her manager who said that. Herb Dean edited the video. Okay, of course he did. Thank you for the $2. Thank you, UFC Master. I appreciate you for the $2. At least someone appreciates my work around here. Thank you, UFC Master. Give me back my American tax dollars. Never. Why? Is it an American tax paid phone? Is that what it is? I'm already feeling the diarrhea setting in. On ya, chat ahead. Nothing like some Christmas diarrhea, mate. Impression of Dougie putting on blackface to try and pull Joanna? No. People forget, man. Joanna tried to get with Colby. Jamal Hill shit is the sequel to this. That's all it is, mate. It's all just part of the Joanna Jacek story. Plaster is a hell of a drug. It is, Alpeg. You're not wrong. You have no idea how hard it is to work 8 hours a day. Fuck you, M operator. Maybe get him a job instead of staring at a wall. It's my job to make walls smooth. Okay. Guacamelo Dadalena gets sniped and put down by Prates. No, he doesn't. Stop it. Right. Joshua Van Marab, Waldo Ortez Acosta. Are there no other fighters eligible for Fighter of the Year? Is there no one else eligible for Fighter of the Year? Must we check Twitter to see if anyone has an idea for Fighter of the Year? Let's see if anyone on Twitter has any ideas for Fighter of the Year. Wes Till Death on Instagram thinks it's Yuri Prohaska for having 2 massive pay-per-view finishes. It's not Yuri Prohaska. Stop it. People think it's still Marab. Islam Makhachev. It's not Islam Makhachev. I don't even think Islam Makhachev can be debated. Tom Aspinall is Ilya. Tom Aspinall says the Fighter of the Year is Ilya Topuria. Tom Aspinall's an idiot. I guess it's just out of these 3. No one else can really offer up any other. No, I'm talking about the 50-year-old Jan Blachowicz beating the new breed Anthony Smith. No, I know that one. I know. It just reminded me because we started talking about Lucas, so it just reminded me of that one. Super Shotgun. I know you were talking about Jan. Yeah, that is true, dude. That is true. Yeah. Michael Bisping's son, Callum, has his MMA day. Wait, sorry, I missed someone. Thoughts on the turtle heading on the job site? I just shit in the bucket, just in a plaster bucket and fine. Yeah, you just shit in the plaster bucket and get on with your job. Thoughts on turtle herding on the... I just read that one. With 0 shoulders, dude can't even lift weight, and that's how crippled he is, yet he still schooled the new breed. Yeah, that does obviously go against Lucas, so at least we have that. Oh, thank you, Cheddarhead, for gifting 5 memberships, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the gifted membership, Cheddarhead. And guys, do stick around on the stream because after the stream, we're going to do a members beach stream. It's a beautiful sunny day. We'll go down to the beach and we'll have a beer and we'll do a members beach stream. Sorry, Crisp. Thoughts on turtle heading on the job site? I literally read it and answered it and made a joke about shitting in a bucket. I've literally answered you, Crisp. So if you guys got gifted a membership, thank you so much, Cheddarhead, for the $5 and the 5 gifted memberships. Hang around till the end of the stream if you're a member. We'll go and do a members beach stream after this. In fact, let me quickly go and plug in my microphone, my lapel mic, just to make sure it's charged for when we go to the beach stream. I'll be back in a second. 1 second. Right. I'm back. Did you guys get it out? No, not even close. Finally, he shuts up. It's a stream! I'm doing a live stream, Eric. I need to be talking. That's the whole point of a live stream. Where am I up to? Michael Bisping Cullum has his MMA debut last week. He won via brutal unanimous decision, was apparently talking to a UFC scout after the fight. He fights under the last name Galian. Okay, Galian. Michael Galian. Apparently he wants to get away from his dad's shadow. All right, cool. How many fights has he had? We'll need to check his tapology, Jimbo. I would only fuck Alien Head Joanna. Of course you would. Impression of Bryce calling Joanna flat. Bro, you gotta use discernment. Look at that. She flat, brother. Islam isn't on the list. Both those motherfuckers and that psycho contender fight. That contender fight might be fight of the year. Valentina Shevchenko, she's not fighter of the year. Salkild is fighter of the year. Salkild is not fighter of the year. How many fights has Quaylen Salkild had this year? How many fights has Quaylen? 3 fights? It doesn't feel like Quaylen Salkild is fighter of the year this year. It's Joshua Van. Joshua Van is fighter of the year. He just is. Quaylen Salkild. He fought 3 times in 2025. I'll put him on the list as a shout out for 3 times in 2025. All wins, savage knockouts. And he beat up nothing but minorities. He's worth a shout out, absolutely. But he's not fighter of the year, that's for sure. But he's worth a shout. I worked 42 hours in 3 days this week. Work is really cutting into my Dougie time. Don Calamari, tell me about it. Work has been cutting into my live stream time, but hopefully your Christmas eases off the same mine will. Milky Azella Costa. Milky Azella Costa this week, huh? This year, huh? Milky Azella Costa. Milky Acosta. Milky Mazella Costa. He is good. Fighter of the year. 1, 2, 3. He's going to fight 4 times this year. Andre Philly, Rodriguez as well, the prospect destroyer. Julian Oroso is a good fight as well. You know what? You know what? If he wins this weekend, that's 4 wins this year. I still think it's Joshua Van because Joshua Van ended up winning the title, but I don't hate that name being put up there below. That's a really good shout below. I have a theory Joanna got a boob job because she was unfuckable. No, she was definitely fuckable. Have you seen her? Oh my god. You guys never thought she was hot back when she was a champ? Come on, dude. Nobody is fighter of the year in 2025 was really shit. Some great moments here and there, but majority was slop. Someone is a fighter of the year. Stop it. Phil DeFries, 2 heavyweight title defenses. No, we're not doing a KSW fighter. It's Joshua Van. Really not many options this year, and he won the belt. It is Joshua Van. Even Umar said Barab should still be fighter of the year. I mean, you guys are going to vote on it. Piotr Jan, Hamzat, Pantoja, Islam Pereira are all eligible for the fighter of the year. Ilya is not. He fought once. Hamzat is not. He fought once. Pantoja lost. No. Islam, no. He fought JDM, and the other one was Moicano. No, it's not Pereira. No, Junior. No, this is a horrible list. I'll never shit in the biohazard. That's a site porta potty. Oh, no, you don't shit in the site's portable toilet. You do lines in it. You don't shit in it. No, God, no. You shit in a clean bucket. Phil DeFries got his 13th and 14th consecutive heavyweight title this year. True heavyweight goat. Stop it. It's KSW. Crisp is rewinding the string right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I only counted 4 gifted. We got screwed out of a gifting. Usual. The last beach stream, Dougie punched a shark. It's true, mate. They scammed you out of a membership. They did. Only 4? We'll keep the extra $1. We don't give you permission. Shut up. Kevin Holland? No, not Kevin Holland. Ateba Gutierrez is my fighter of the year. Ateba's good. Not the fighter of the year. He's had 1 fight against a guy marking his debut too, but considering his last name, we could see him in the contender series depending on what strings Bisping pulls. But it's MMA. You don't really want to pull strings in MMA, right? Like, if your son is not ready for the UFC, do not put him in the UFC. It's dangerous. Like, there is something to staying out of the UFC until you're ready and just beating up cans at LFA or Cage Warriors. Like, stay at Cage Warriors until you're 27, 28, 29. I would say 28. And then in the UFC, get into the UFC at 28. For 29 and 30, you're working your way through the rankings. By 31, you should be looking at the top 5, top 10. By 32, you should be looking at the top 5 for the championship. So that's what I would say. If your dad is Michael Bisping, you don't want to rush into the rankings. No. You want to just build up your skill set and build everything up all the way to 28 years old and then come over to the UFC. He clears Van and Marab. Ateba Gutierrez? I don't think so. Let's have a look at Ateba Gutierrez. He's fought twice this year. No, he's fought 3 times this year. Sorry. Jose Medina, Robert Valentin. Actually, you know what? All finishes. And he was on the Contender Series on very end of last year. He's very active. Finishes. You know, if you're gonna put in Quaylen Salkeld, and you got to put in a Tabagutia, yeah. You know what, Junior? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Junior. I don't mind that one, dude. Joan Jones's wife is fighter of the year. Every day she wakes up and chooses to live as a fight, and good on her. Van, without a doubt. It's Van, without a doubt. Valentina beat Fiorot and Weili this year. I'm not doing Valentina. Piotr Jan, it's not Piotr Jan. He fought once this year. No, he didn't fight once this year, but he only fought twice this year. It's not Piotr Jan. Quaylen Roadkill is not fighter of the year. I mean, he's beaten up every minority on the planet. What do you mean? Have you watched some out... I don't know what you're saying, Mitch. I'm sorry. Octavio Gutierrez started training at 19, is 23, and looks like he's been doing this shit all his life. He is good. He is damn good. He is damn good. Literally beat up the flyweight goat in the making. Why are we tipping him over? Are you talking about Piotr Jan? All right, we'll put Piotr Jan on, but I don't think it's Piotr Jan. I don't think it's Piotr. You guys are going to have to argue really fucking hard for Piotr Jan. I don't think it's fucking Piotr Jan at all. Piotr Jan, no, it's not Piotr Jan. It's not Quaylen Salkeld. It's not a Tabor Gutierrez. It's not Costa. Maybe it is. It doesn't, like, having a championship win and activity. I think it's Joshua Van. It has to go Joshua Van, then Merab, then Waldo Ortez Acosta. Ranked wins, activity, championship fights. Only lost one fight this year. Fought 4 times this year. You did say flyweight. I got confused because I was reading too fast. This is what happens when I read too fast, Eric. That's why we're just going to slow down and read shit. It's Joshua Van. Joshua Van fought multiple times this year and won. It's Joshua Van. Pantoja didn't slip on a banana peel, and that's literally not what happened at all. No. Pantoja high kicked, Joshua Van caught it and dunked him. No, that's not true at all, Super Shotgun. It's the biggest cope I've ever seen you do, especially from you as well. You're better than that, Shotgun. It's Van versus Merab. Only way you can say is Merab is higher because all of his were title fights in 1 year. It's pretty impressive. It's between Joshua Van and Merab. I agree with Alpeg, yeah. If you work less than 60 hours per week, I don't want to hear your complaints. Install driver is correct. There should be a rule that says if you even fight in 4 title fights, you automatically win fighter of the year. Yeah, fighting in 4 title fights is crazy work. Like it is Joshua Van or Merab or Waldo Ortez Acosta because his are ranked wins. That's just how it is, man. Joanna is literally the smile of the crown from it. No. Dougie always copes and gets insecure when I bring up fighters who don't fight in the UFC. I'm not coping about it. It's just irrelevant, Super Shotgun. Joanna didn't get a boob job. Her forehead is swelling. Just settled in the celestial... So forehead is swelling, just settled in the celestial region. Okay. Remember when Weili Zhang punched Joanna in her bubble? Yes, that was fucking disgusting. DC can't handle blood at all. At all! At all! Shows how legendary Silver and DJs are. I don't know what you're talking about. Dougie has a bias against Merab. I don't have a bias against Merab. I like Merab. It's just, he lost. He lost. You didn't read the rest of my message. I don't care about your messages, Super Shotgun. I really don't. I'm not getting rage baited. I don't care about your messages, Shotgun. Shotgun, you're talking about KSW, which I don't care about. And you're talking about, Alexandre Pantoja slipping on a banana peel, which I don't care about. It isn't true. People were glazing Merab and Pantoja, calling them goats, and then they lose. Merab is a goat. Merab is the goat of the bantamweight division. He's the goat of the bantamweight division. But Joshua Van fought 3 times this year and beat the second best flyweight of all time. Joshua Van won, Merab lost. To me, that puts Joshua Van slightly ahead of Merab. Like, look. It's Joshua Van with Merab slightly behind him. Slightly behind him. I think that's fair. He is clearly Anthony. I don't know what you're talking about. Van bounced back from a KO loss, had fight of the year. Yeah, not only that, Joshua Van had a fight of the year fight in this win streak. 2 amazing performances and finished Pantoja in 30 seconds. It's Van. It's Van or Tebaguti. It's Van. Dougie doesn't work 60 hours per week. You're right. I work 24/7, mate. Merab is all title fights. It's impressive. It is impressive. It is impressive. I'm not saying it was a fluke, but you can't lose the title at any time to some wild that you can. But it wasn't some wild shit. Joshua Van caught the kick and dunked him. Like, Joshua Van broke. I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm not getting raging out about it, but I hate it so much. I'm seeing everyone in the MMA community say this. Pantoja lost because of an injury. I fucking hate that so much. Pantoja got injured because Joshua Van injured him. I've already spent an entire hour breaking this down. Pantoja didn't lose because of a freak injury like Chris Barnett did or like Brian Ortega did when he ruined his own shoulder. Pantoja didn't injure himself. Pantoja kicked Joshua Van. Joshua Van grabbed it and dunked Pantoja. Pantoja was knocked out of the fight by Joshua Van. Joshua Van did that to Pantoja. It wasn't a freak injury that came out of nowhere. Pantoja was beaten by Joshua Van. Fair and fucking square. Full stop. Period. End of argument. Van is fighter of the year. Where am I up to? Pantoja is the second GOAT, but still a long way from DJ. Yes, he is, but he is the second GOAT, yeah. Delusional Van is fighter of the year, unranked to champion in less than a year. I know, unranked to champion in less than a year, while having a fight of the year in that run. It's crazy, man. Dougie with the shit takes, Dougie with the correct takes, Crisp. Merab has just got wrecked 4-1, maybe 5-0. Get him gone. Yeah, Merab just got stomped out. Pantoja fans still coping that he is so buoyant, King Manlet. I know, man. Apparently, Bisping's younger son is the one to watch out for, supposedly KOing grown men at the age of 14 and 15. He's got that Bisping power, mate. Does this work? Is this thing work? Is my mic muted? Is my mic fucking muted? Is this working? That's what I said. But I read you. I said flyweight. I'm 30 seconds behind. I read you, Eric. Eric, I read you. I read you. Damn it, Dougie. I'm not saying it isn't a real win. Okay. Was Merab versus Umar not a fight of the year? Was Merab versus Umar not a fight of the year candidate? Absolutely a fight of the year candidate. Yeah, it is. It is. But Joshua Van won his fight of the year candidate. Merab lost his fight of the year candidate. Joshua Van is the King Manlet. Keep coping. There you go. Fluky win doesn't qualify you for the... It wasn't a fluke. There are many ways to deal with a head kick. You can lean back like Fiziev. You can duck underneath it like Piotr Yan. You can put both palms out like Israel Adesanya does. Or you can catch the kick and dunk your opponent, which is exactly what Joshua Van did. I'm pointing out the randomness of MMA, but it was still a legit win for Van. Okay, fair enough, Shotgun. Fair enough. I clearly saw Van toss Pantoja on the floor by catching the kick. He deserves the belt and the victory. Yep. Dougie, he's not rage baited. He's definitely... I promise you I'm not rage baited, Bruce. You sound like Guru right now. Creep carrying that our Bidget meet your soy boy goat. You all sound like Guru right now. Yeah, Guru's upset about it. If Merab beats Yan in 2026 as a comeback of the year... It depends, Showbiz, on everything else that happens that year. I mean, it'll be a great comeback. Yeah, it depends. What's up, Matthew? How are you, dude? YouTube is the chats today. It is, Jim. It is. Pantoja needs some milk. Yeah, he's got soy bones. You say Pantoja is far behind Mighty Mouse, yet say Islam is the GOAT and gets defense against Dinosaur Marty. You say that Pantoja is far behind Mighty Mouse, yet you say Islam is the GOAT if he gets a defense against the Dinosaur Marty. Yeah. What are you arguing, Bruce? Genuinely, what are you arguing, Bruce? You say that Pantoja is far behind Mighty Mouse. He is far behind Mighty Mouse. But you say that Islam is the GOAT if he gets a defense against Marty Usman. Yes. Islam Makhachev is the best lightweight of all time. He's only been beaten once. He beat Alexander Volkanovski when Alexander Volkanovski moved up on a shorter weight cut, on a shorter rehydration test than he usually gets. And then he followed up by knocking out Alexander Volkanovski. Then he moved up 15 pounds and 50-45'd the welterweight champion at the time. Islam Makhachev and Pantoja are not comparable at all. Sorry, Bruce. They're not comparable at all. Doug, you didn't read my hilarious comment about Tapuria. I'm sorry, Showbiz. I'm sorry I missed it, man. Sorry, Chris. Sorry if I missed you guys. I apologize. Van might have the most subtle privilege out of the current UFC fighters. Had 2 ranked fights and then fought for the belt. Van might have the most subtle privilege out of the current UFC fighters. Had 2 ranked fights, then fought for the belt. But I don't care because I like Van. Van is the GOAT. You also got to remember the state of the division at the time. It wasn't just like raw privilege like maybe Peyton Talbot's getting. Alexandre Pantoja had worked his way through most of the division. That's why Van got the jump up. We needed new contenders. This is what happens when you have a champion at the top of a division defending so rigorously. What's up, Bobby Mays? Good to see you. You're a legend, Bobby Mays. Van deserves the belt. I will say, though, Pantoja absolutely needs a rematch when he comes back. I agree with that. Like, yes, Van deserves the belt. Van won. Pantoja, 100%. His next fight is for the title. 100%. He would have figured him. Okay, Pantoja needs to Uber again. Oh, right, that's me. We all know O'Malley is getting another title shot if he beats Yadong. The UFC is salivating about the Yarn rematch. He is. True Super Shotgun. I agree, dude. It's true, you can also roll instead of posting when you get treetop. Pantoja losing in this manner is no different than someone getting KO'd, and people say you zigged when you should have zagged. I know, this is why it's driving me insane. It's driving me insane, the people who are just, the way that they're phrasing the win. Like Joshua Van only won because Pantoja got injured. It implies that Joshua Van had nothing to do with it. Even people saying Alexandre Pantoja lost via injury. What are you talking about? Like, when Donald Cerrone blew his nose and his face blew up, did he lose the fight via injury? Or was it because he got his face bashed in? Like, it's insane to me. Like, did Jamal Hill lose his fight to Paul Craig because of an injury? His arm just snapped on its own? Jamal lost to Paul Craig via injury? It makes me want to put my fucking head through the desk. Doug, you at least make Marab's name's size 3 font if you insist on keeping his name up. It deserves to be up. He is second place. Who's back? Who's back? Are we coming on? Yours, Eric. I'm arguing that John has the same achievements. I'm arguing that John Jones has the same achievements and way more title defenses than Islam. But the only reason I'm assuming you're saying Pantoja is behind Mighty Mouse is because of the title defenses. Yes, I am saying that Pantoja is behind Mighty Mouse because of the title defenses. And you're saying John Jones has the same achievements and way more title defenses than Islam. But I've got John Jones higher on the GOAT list than Islam Makhachev. I think I've said John Jones is the GOAT. Islam Makhachev is maybe number 2. If Islam Makhachev if Islam Makhachev gets a win, if Islam Makhachev defends the heavyweight title, I give it to Islam Makhachev, and then it will just come down to quality. I think the quality of what Islam Makhachev has done is better than the quality of what John Jones has done. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I'm saying. Is that what I think? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. We need more champs like Pantoja who actually want to defend their division. We do. I agree. Fucking Hamzat Chimaev talking about moving up to middleweight. Fuck off and get some wins in your own division. You're not the same as Ilya. Ilya ran through his division. You just got there. Hamzat, you've got 3 wins in your division. You're not the same as Ilya. They do Tatsuro Taira versus Van in Vegas. I'm going to slime myself. I don't want that fight unless it's in Japan. I agree, Ali, but the problem is the calendar. We're sort of already booked up for the first 6 months next year. And flyweight needs a defense before then. We need to let younger contenders fight for the belt, not retired Gaethje or retarded Paddy. I agree, Junior. I agree. Dougie was saying, thank you for the $1. I appreciate it. Alakadar MMA. Thank you, Alu Akbar MMA with the bomb. Thank you so much for the $1, man. I appreciate it. Dougie was secretly hoping that Pantoja would lose. I wasn't. I was. Yes, it wasn't even secret. Wasn't secret. No, I wanted Pantoja to lose. I like Joshua Van more than Pantoja. Yeah, I wanted them both to lose, but I'm not going to pick them to lose. That's crazy. O'Malley versus Sandhagen for the Yarn rematch. O'Malley versus Sandhagen for the Yarn rematch. No, if O'Malley beats Song Yudong, the UFC are just going to give it to him. He's too much. I had no idea that Taira had lost to Royval. It's kind of fucking crazy. It is. That's how weird the division was, which is why, again, Joshua Van got such good treatment. Bruh. What, Eric? What? What, Eric? What, Eric? You would beat your dong to his bro. Okay. I saw one of the dumbest things on Instagram today. Some idiot asked why Aspinall got to keep his title when Pantoja lost his. I wanted to destroy my laptop when I read it. There's low IQ. I know, Shotgun. It's just... And then, like... You say it's rage bait. You say it's rage bait. I know people say it's just rage bait. It's just rage bait. But it's not just rage bait, because when you go to people like MMA Joey or Kenny Okoye, who are doing it just to rage bait, there is an army of commenters below those videos who agree with everything that they're saying. Like, I know that there are people that agree with what Kenny Okoye and MMA Joey say. They are idiots. It kills me inside. Ethan Ewing for Fighter of the Year. He's not Fighter of the Year. I don't even know if he gets Fight of the Year. We had so many wars this year, Jim. He has half the title defenses of Mighty Mouse. He's got to at least get close. He is close. He's second. He's second. If Ian Gary is still vegan, it ain't looking good because he has aged 5 years in the span of 2. Yeah, do not ever be a man that is a vegan. Never, ever do it. Thank you for the $1, Allahu Akbar. I appreciate it. Tom getting blinded by an illegal double eye gouge can't continue, so that's a no contest. While Pantoja breaks his arm over a perfectly legal slam. People are dumb. It's scary that they can vote. I agree. Super Shotgun. It makes me want to rip my fucking hair out. I agree, man. Bisping Sung trains with the same coach as Ethan Ewing. Ah, okay. I like that. Hamzat calls out everyone but the contenders in his division. Retired Glover, Fat Pereira, Islam Makhachev. Bro, just fight Imavov. It kills me. It kills me. It kills me. It kills me. Hamzat technically only has 2 wins in his division since Usman has never been a middleweight. I've been a Hamzat fan since day one and he is becoming extremely soft. I know, installed driver. And then again, you see the people who are Hamzat Chimaev fans and they say, you don't hear Ilya fans complaining. Ilya was in his division his entire career except for one fight, Jai Herbert. Other than that, Ilya went through the division. Hamzat rocks up, beats Whitaker, gets the belt, and he's like, I'm done. I'm done with the division. It's not the same thing, Hamzat. That's why I'm saying by your logic, the GOAT debate isn't a debate because John Jones is way ahead of Islam. You can't even say steroids. You can't even say steroids, can you? Because Islam's also popped for meldonium as well. Like, Islam's popped for steroids. Islam's been knocked out. And the Islam fans are the same fans who say Khabib is the forever GOAT because he's never been beaten. And Islam's been knocked out. John Jones has never been knocked out. And my argument is, well, John Jones, ever since he came back from OSP onwards, his light heavyweight run was dog shit. But he did win those fights. Like, he took Anthony Smith to a decision, but he did win that fight. He took a broken hand at OSP to a decision, but he did win that fight. John Jones is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Yeah, Bruce, you did, man. He is the GOAT. Like, John Jones is the GOAT. Matt Hamill was about to KO him, but he got illegally elbowed. Yeah, but that's all the thing. Like, John Jones just finds a way to win by hook or by crook. He finds a way to win. Islam is getting close. Yeah, Islam's getting close, but, like, John Jones beat the old guard. And everyone's like, well, they were middleweights. They were middleweights. They were middleweights. They don't count. They don't count. All right, well, OSP was a light heavyweight. You know, Anthony Smith was a light heavyweight. Dominic Reyes was a light heavyweight. And then he moved up and he beat Cyril Gane. And Cyril Gane just had the best round against Tom Aspinall ever. And he ran through Cyril Gane. And then he did defend. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit defense. But now what? Islam Makhachev's going to have a bullshit defense against Kamaru Usman? So we're going to be arguing bullshit defense against bullshit defense? Fuck! Oh. Fuck! Chat, it's been an hour and a half. If you remember, come and join me. We're going to go in the water and go down to the beach. John Jones is a curated GOAT. Can we argue dominance of win versus belly win? We could argue that, but you're getting really nitpicky. And then even then, like, you can just stack all of John Jones's championships against Islam's championships. You know what I mean? You can just stack them. Buy a membership, Justin Kennedy. It's $1. It's $1. It's literally $1. Get a membership and come to the beach. We're going to go to the beach and have a beer. Grab some beers, boys. We'll grab some beers. We're going to the beach. Grab some beers, boys. All right, here's how it works, members. Here's how it works. I'm going to end this stream. Give me a couple of minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. Stay on for 5 or 10 minutes on Dougie's Corner. Just keep refreshing every couple of minutes. Come back and refresh. Cheapest membership on YouTube. I'm going to chuck on something to swim in. We are going to go down into the beach, into the water, walk around in the water, go for a beach stream. You remember Bobby Mays? If you don't want to have double-digit title wins, then you aren't even the GOAT discussion. I know, Super Shotgun. Thank you, Cheddarhead, for gifting a membership. Thank you, Capet. Oh, my God! Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck? Amazing work, Apatheist and Cheddarhead. Well done. Good night, install drama. Have a good night's sleep. Saved $1. How, dude? Out of 3,000 people, you got a membership when you asked for one. That is crazy work, dude. That is crazy. Fucking nuts. All right, guys. Give it about 10 minutes. And then just come back to the channel and refresh. I should be live. If not, give it 15 minutes. Just chucking on some shorts and then we'll go down to the beach. Beach stream is going to go hard. What are the chances Kennedy got gifted a membership on the first try? Again, there's like 3,000 people that can get gifted memberships. It's actually fucking crazy. Justin Kennedy, don't even go on the beach stream. Go to the casino. Double green. Double green. You're on. You're hot. Doesn't take 15 minutes to put. Take a piss. Get my phone. Get the Bluetooth mic. Just 10 to 15. Just give me 10 to 15 minutes, Eric. Fuck you. All right? Stop watching the clock. I never had that kind of luck, but I'm a billionaire. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. Thank you all so... Oh, no. We have to do this properly. We can't go without the outro music. Eric needs his outro music. Girthy stream. It's been a girthy stream. It's been an hour and a half, and we're going to do a little bit extra down at the beach. Just tell us you're going to wank. I'm not going to wank, you idiots. All right, guys. I will see you very soon down at the beach. Eric, I'll see you there. I don't care how broken your phone is. You be there. Okay? Outro music is on. I'll see you guys at the beach soon. Goodbye. 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 Kavanaugh's gassing Cheddarhead. We're coming back now. Kavanaugh's taking some deep breaths. Oh, Kavanaugh. Oh, yes! Yes!